Today's ES and NQ recap is a good discipline lesson. The Iran headlines triggered a pre-market sell-off and I exited the ES too early. But then after that, both markets reclaimed control and pushed to new highs. So let's break down what happened and what I should have done better. So starting off right here, we have the market was turning along right here. You can see it opened, went up a little bit, and all it was doing was from yesterday, we're looking for a continued ABCD move higher. We had one working on right here. You see the 23.6 level, was looking at going to hit the 1.146 target, then started waffling around right here, no big deal. But then all of a sudden at 8:10 a.m., news came out that Iran wasn't going to talk to the U.S. anymore regarding the peace deals, and the market had that big red candle right there. Now, I had my entries ready right here, and truth be told, should have stayed in for it, but I got faked out of it right there. I got in right here at the 0.585 level, and then ended up getting down here right around down here somewhere in it like that. But as you can see, the ABCD for this move did get violated, so it's not this invalid anymore since we have a new low right here. It took out that long move right there, but the 0% or the 100% line was the bottom of it, and then soon then after it started working back up and hit the 0.447 level to exit the target right there. So all things considered, good learning lesson. I need to stay with this the way I have it set up because it does work. It's just this time it moved way lower than how it normally goes for it, but it did come out and work up. And so one thing I had been looking at is there is a really rare time, like this is a rare time right here when it breaks this low right here from this without one of these levels getting hit, without first the 38 going to 23.6, the 585 going to 447, or the 585 going to the 447. Those usually one of those two things happen before this thing gets break. But in the rare times it does happen, the next entry level would be the 1.146 the other way. Then the exit moves to the 76.4% level. So that's one of the reasons why I don't take the 38% line anymore. I look for a deeper retracement just in case the off chance it comes down hits the 1.146. But today that didn't happen. But this ABCD move right here, it got totally taken out. So for the time being, we were in the S&P 500 market. We were in we were looking for shorts right here. And so if we take this high over here, we can see that we were just making ABC moves down, hit right off the 0.585, and we were making really nice ones down. So if we go up to here we have it hitting off the 23.6 level, setting up, looking forward down to the 1.146. Didn't quite get there. So what we do is when the price goes, normally when it makes a new high right there, we would move it down lower. But if I was taking this trade, the 38% would already be locked in right here, right when it made a new high. So I wouldn't be looking to get out of it right there. So we have to leave it in for now. But when it is happening, it's the 0.447, which doesn't mean anything at the moment because the price comes down, hits the 23.6 and ends it right there. But then after that, the bulls took control of the market right there, ran up, breached the high of the day right there, and so now what it did was it set us up for more ABCD moves. Because you see there's one right there that went up and hit the target. Here's another one right here, went up, hit the target. There's another right there, went up and hit the target. There's another right here, right off the 23.6, hit the target. And then lastly, we can see that the price ended up going over yesterday's extension level right here. This is kind of a resistance zone for it for the most part. Went up and eventually pulled back right to it for the market fixing to close here in just a little bit. So going into tomorrow, this is the main setup we'll be looking for right now with the target up here at 7,641. If that doesn't hold, then what we'd be looking for is this right here has just started a potential ABCD move, because what we need is from the initial candle right here, we need it to breach it, which it just did, and then pull back up to 23.6 line. So there's the breach right here. Here's in the 23.6 level. So the target for this move currently right here is around 7,607.25, but the main move that we are looking for up here is this move right here. So even though, and which is right on the 30% line as well, so you can see the bulls and bears battling it out right here in this area. So the main move we are still looking for is to the long side for the bulls being in control. For a short second, the bears took them out once this right here got broken. But then all you had to do was go back to the next one that is lower than this one to create the next ABCD move. So it would have been using that point right there, because this one is still valid. You can see hit the 1.146, hit the 23.6, went down all the way down. That's past the 88.6 level right there for the Fibonacci retracement level, and went up and hit the target right there. So that one is also creating a new potential ABCD long right there, but the one going into tomorrow that I'm really focused on right now is this one to that one right there, with the target at 7,641. So bulls are still in control. The bears tried today, but the only thing they took out was this move right here, and now the bears took out that move, and now the bulls have taken control once again with the move we are looking for, going up to 7,641. Now NASDAQ was a little bit different today, because NASDAQ, the bears didn't have enough momentum to get it taken out, because what I was looking at was using this right here, that low right there, for the A point for the ABCD move. We can see that's just been typical ABCD moves moving up. Well, right here, well, really it's just been this move right here. There's a target, and then so for this next one, there we go right there. That's what we're looking at, from that low yesterday to the current day's high right there. So we're still just looking for longs right there for that point. Now the low of the day did get taken out right there, so for a short while we were going to look at some shorts right there, but this did not get broken down here right there. So price ran all the way down here, went lower than even the 88.6 level line right here. It's probably about 90% right there, but went up, hit the 76.4, and then would have taken us out of the trade right here at the 0.447%, because we can see price hit the 23.6, did not hit the target, hit the 30%, came close to hit the 23.6, but did not, came down, hit the 585 level, 764 level, and then up here and hit the 447 level right there. So that was the trade right there for NASDAQ. Wish I had taken that. That would have been a winner right there. But then also it went up and created an ABCD move. It created a measured move right there. See A, B. I'll just draw it on here real quick. A, B, C, and D. So there we go. Just a simple ABCD move that ended up happening right there today. So then going into tomorrow, we'll still use this low right here, because this has some strength to it. So we just draw it up right here. Price ran past the red extension level from yesterday's low to high, 1.146 level, and now has settled right around the 38% line. So going into tomorrow, this is the move we'll be looking for, going up to this target area at around 30,754. Now, for the short moment from today, where we had, after the Iran news happened, when the shorts took over down there, again, it was just ABCD moves. Go down here, ABCD, hit it right there, hit it right off of there, hit it right off of there. There's the target. And then we look for, this was actually it right there. You can see price is at 23.6. Did not hit the target right down there yet, but went up, hit the 30% line right here, and then hit the 23.6. So that way ended that trade right there. And then from that area, we were just looking at ABCD trades using the low of the day from right there. There's one there, there's one there, all the way to up to right here, where price has just gone below the 38% for that one. So that one is valid, but the one I really like is this one over here, just because this one did not get taken out today. So going into tomorrow, that is the main one I'm going to be looking at for the price going up to, let's put the correct one on there, right there, at about 30,753. So bulls are still in control. We can see, look at this grinding pattern we have just going up over here. Look at this. We have, here's my stuff. There we go. Look at this. That's all right there. That's all right. Look at that. Nice, strong channel the NASDAQ has been in for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days now. So we're just grinding higher there on the NASDAQ for it. Let's look at the S&P right here. A little bit different. There is a little bit more of a larger time frame ABCD move right here. But if we go all the way back to right here, we can just use that to right there to right there. We have that big channel right there. So both those markets still in a very nice uptrend channel right there. So until that changes, until price starts breaking out of it, coming down, and then pulling back and doing that, we are definitely bullish here in both the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. So that's the review for today. The main lesson, plan's still valid, but my execution got shaken off by the sell-off. So subscribe if you want daily ES and NQ futures recaps focused on structure, pullbacks, and disciplined trade review.